Hello.
Hi. Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's program hosted by Chamber for Advancement of Small and Medium Businesses. I would request everyone to mute yourself. And if you have any question, put it in the chat box. We'll have a Q&A session at the end. Now, I would like to call upon our president, Mr. Nilesh Lele, sir, to give a brief overview of today's session and also introduce today's speaker. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Diksha. So first and foremost, welcome to everybody. Just one second. Welcome all. Special welcome to CA Akshay Agarwal, who's going to be our speaker from today. I see a few other of our committee members, management team members. I think Sachin Kumboje, I see him. So welcome to him. Welcome to all the other participants. I would like to give a brief about our chamber. What was the background, why it was formed, when it was formed. Also, what are some of the activities that we have been doing and plan to do. So as we are all gathered here today, obviously our this webinar series is the first venture that we have launched through our chamber. Our chamber is based out of Mumbai in BKC. We are also available online through our website. So that's where you can find more details about the activities, the programs, the past programs, as well as the upcoming programs. We are very much active on the social media, especially our YouTube channel, which already has the last 8 programs that we had in last 2 weeks, Monday through Thursday. Last 2 weeks, we have had various programs. So if anybody has missed them, they can find it on our YouTube channel. I would in fact suggest you to go and see if you're interested in finance related programs. There are 2 webinars that happened on finance, 2 on technology transfer, 2 on general knowledge sharing, and 2 with regards to successful entrepreneurship stories that we heard on last 2 Mondays. So this chamber was formed with a mission to work closely with all stakeholders for the advancement of micro, small, and medium businesses. We have a vision to make the MSMEs even more resilient, and they already are a backbone of the economy, but we want to make them a stronger backbone of our Indian economy. As we all know, MSME contributes immensely to the overall economy of India. Almost 30% contribution is coming from the MSME segment. Out of the total exports in the manufacturing segment, 48% is from MSME. At the same time, MSME employs 11 crore people. In fact, on December 20th, 2020, our Honorable Minister for MSME, Shri Nitinji Gadkari, said that the MSME segment should in fact contribute even more. And he has a vision that in next 5 years, the contribution should go up from 30 to 40% to the GDP and 48 to 60% to the overall exports contribution. The MSME is also expected to add around 5 crore jobs in the next 5 years. So with these words, with this mission, with this vision in mind, we founded our chamber in late 2020, in fact, in December 2020, and officially launched it on March 1st, where the opening ceremony was done at the hands of chief guest of Chittade Dairy, Shri Girish Chittade sir. That function is also recorded and is online. You can view it on our YouTube channel with the whole idea to empower the MSME entrepreneurs to achieve the next level success. The objectives of our chamber are to work closely with the SMEs in order to help them grow. We will be representing MSMEs in various forums, whether it is government, whether it's bureaucrats, different agencies. So the idea is to be the voice of MSME. We also want to work closely with the farmers and help them think like an entrepreneur. We are trying through this webinar series to bring about a convergence because on one side we have academic institutes, research institutes working on different technologies. On the other side, we have government schemes. The other side, we have government policies. And then in the center, we have the SME who many a times has no clue of all these things that are out there in the ecosystem. So through this chamber, we are trying to bring all the different stakeholders. For example, last 2 Tuesdays, we had expert researchers. Last Tuesday, we had from expert from a seafood industry, and the week before, we had an expert from post-harvest losses who spoke about various available technologies. Tomorrow, we're going to have the chief research officer from NIFTEM up in Kundli near Haryana, near Delhi, who's going to display or talk about 34 different technologies that NIFTEM has developed in the area of food technology. So I encourage all of you to be present tomorrow as well to know more about some of the recent technologies that are also available for transfer from NIFTEM. We want to give different trainings, different capacity building programs for our SMEs, for our members, conduct study tours, come up with strategic tie-ups with foreign players, and help our members participate in different exhibitions across the world. Uh, we are very fortunate to have a strong team. We are hardly 15 days old, and we already have Professor Smita Lele, Dr. Prabodh Halde, and Dr. Prakash Kondekar as our on our advisory board. We have a strong management team across three states already. Mr. Umesh Kamble, who's also the Secretary General and the backbone of our chamber. Mr. Prashant Naigawkar comes with extensive experience in the field of finance. Mr. Ajit Kasar and Mr. Prashant Pradhan have 30 plus years of experience in sales and marketing. Mr. Sachin Kumboje is doing a fantastic job in Western Maharashtra, has his own accelerator and doing a lot of work in startup space. He'll be representing us in Western Maharashtra. Mr. Anup Kulkarni is doing similar work with a lot of different startups in Marathwada region out of Aurangabad. Miss Arpita Doshi, who's also going to head our women's cell, is based out of Gujarat, and we plan to do more Gujarat-centric programs in weeks to come. And Mr. Samir is based out of Goa and very active member of the startup space in Goa. So already we have our footprints in 3 states, and slowly and steadily we plan to reach out through every state in the country. Some of the initiatives that we have planned for the month of March, as we are still in a kind of a semi-lockdown kind of a period. On every Monday, we are trying to bring different entrepreneurs, trying to bring success stories across in different fields, especially in the field of food. Last Monday was Women's Day, so we had 2 fantastic speakers, successful speakers who have actually been serial entrepreneurs. So I encourage you to visit our YouTube channel to see the talks of Dr. Deepa Bajekar as well as Miss Pragati Gokhale. Today we're going to hear Akshay Agarwal, who has had a very successful business in the field of organic food. On Tuesdays, as I mentioned, we have tried to run a series of technology transfers. So tomorrow we'll hear NIFTEM College display their technologies. On Wednesdays, we had different sections on Knowledge Forum. First week, we heard from an expert, Shri Athawaleji, on how to create farmer producer organizations, how to take benefits from different schemes that the government is running. Last Wednesday, we heard from Dr. Nagendran on palm oil's application in food. And this Wednesday, we're going to hear from him about palm oil's application in non-food industries like cosmetics, biofuels, and more. On Thursdays, we have been running a very interesting series. In fact, last Thursday, we had a speaker, Mr. Dinesh Kumar, who spoke about various schemes from Ministry of Food Processing, Ministry of Agriculture, NHB under that, Ministry of MSME, and we touched almost 100 participants. Again, this presentation and video is available. The presentation is available on our website, and the recording of the video is available on our YouTube channel. So in case you have missed it, you can obviously go and see it again. On Fridays, we are having our Chamber Connect, where all our members, we come together, our chamber members come together and have a weekly meeting. We are also planning to collaborate with a couple of colleges to have an incubation cell, incubation center, one in Navi Mumbai as well as one near Kolhapur. And we are planning to have buyer-seller meets planning to host exhibitions in next couple of months. So as I mentioned, these are some of our past as well as upcoming events, and there again, I've walked through most of them and they're available on our website. So I'm not going to repeat it again, but I'm welcoming everybody to visit our website to see what's coming in next 2 weeks or rather next 3 weeks. So many people have asked me what are the benefits of members. So as I said, shortly we are going to start a startup buddy program where our members will get access to different experts in our network who can help them find buyers, find sellers, and different things. We are also already in plans to start up a buyer seller meet where we are bringing in some category managers from modern retail, bringing in large distributors or merchant exporters so that our members can actually pitch to them, and hopefully business will get transacted. Shortly, we'll be launching our angel network. So we'll try to bring investors. So it will be like a Shark Tank kind of a thing where our members / startups can actually pitch to angel investors or the VCs or the PE funds, which will help them raise capital and reach the next level. One other thing we're going to start is going to be called an industry defined problem, where SME can send us their problems, and we will publish those problems and get solutions or certain ideas from different colleges. We also planned to offer certifications at a cheaper rate, whether it's an ISO or any other certification, at a much subsidized rate for our chamber members. Plan to have events either directly with us or with our partner associations like AFST Mumbai, Netrofan, and Entrao, who are our partners even today. So their events will also be subsidized or free for our members. And our office in BKC is available for our members to use for their team meetings or for their client meetings in case they don't have a presence in Mumbai. So the membership fees have been kept pretty low so that more and more people can benefit out of this whole ecosystem that we're trying to build. And based on the categorization of micro, small, medium enterprises, the fees start from 2,500 all the way up to 25,000 for MNCs. We are also trying to bring in students and farmers so that we know that students may eventually become entrepreneurs down the line, and farmers to also start thinking like an entrepreneur. So with this, this is my phone number as well as my email address. So if anybody is interested, feel free to reach out to me or to Diksha or to any of the management team that I spoke about. Just 1 second. So with this, I take the privilege and I'm very happy to introduce our speaker today. And I'm thankful to Akshay sir for accepting our invite. CA Akshay Agarwal is the co-founder of Adrish Zero Waste. He's a qualified chartered accountant. He has always been passionate about creating a positive impact on the lives of the people, and this led to rise of Satvik, the health store, and Adrish Zero Waste. His ability to stand out from the crowd and create a differentiating factor is a big positive to the organization. He is also fond of financial market analysis and has cleared all the 3 levels of the CFA examination. So I warmly welcome CA Akshay Agarwal, and the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Nilesh. It is indeed a pleasure to be on your portal and put up my thoughts on how organic food industry is coming up in the recent past, and what is the future for this industry going ahead. So going ahead, we can switch on the presentation which I've shared with you. Yeah, thank you. Good evening, everyone. So I'll just introduce you a bit about what exactly Satvik is all about and how the journey started and where we are positioned now. So we started Satvik the Health Restore. This is an organic brand in February 2016. So we are 5 years old. So basically the thought process was to get good food to people. And where this thought process came, or like how did we plan to venture into an organization which sells organic food or organic lifestyle, was such that basically I am a finance professional, as working in a financial service company, and from there to selling tomatoes now. So how did all this transformation took place? So I'll just give you a brief background, not go into the details of it. So we basically, me and a friend of mine, visited a festival, or there was a function in Kolhapur. I am basically from my home. My hometown is Ichalkaranji in Kolhapur district. So there was this festival called Bharatiya Samskruti Utsav, and it was hosted by Kaneri Matha, or we also call it Siddhagiri Ashram in Kolhapur, and which was a home for more than 25 lakh plus visitors. And we were fortunate enough to be one of the leading volunteers in in this event. And that's where we realized that today, actually, what we are eating today is not food. So it is something like food. So we understood that organic food, which was something which was eaten by our ancestors before 1960s or 1965, before the Green Revolution came in, and we got a brief idea about what exactly organic was, and we thought that this could be a good opportunity as far as startup is concerned. So we started researching in this field. We met a lot of farmers in this field over the weekends when we were working, and then that's where we realized that. I'll give you an incident. I was spoken about this incident quite a few times earlier as well. We were visiting a farmer in our nearby region who was cultivating brinjals along with other vegetables. So when he was cultivating, when we were visiting his farm, me questioned him, saying that the last two lines of your plant cultivation have gone bad, and the rest of the thing is looking wonderful. It's looking luscious and green, and this will be something which will get you good money as well. So the answer which we got from him was shocking. He mentioned that the last two lines are the lines which are good only, are the only cultivation crop which is good in this farm, and the rest of the the rest of the brinjals are sprayed with heavy pesticides and chemicals and fertilizers which will go to the market. The last two lines are for my family. So this is what was happening, or what is even happening today in the field of agriculture. A lot of heavy chemicals, pesticides are being sprayed, and which are taking a toll on our health. So it's leading to cause of some dangerous diseases as well. And then as far as energy levels are concerned, or as far as nutrition values are concerned, which a human body should get, we are actually being devoid of all these things. I just been told by a lot of older people that we used to lift 80 to 100 kilo bags one at a time, and now people even say that 25 kg is too heavy for them to lift. So what has changed over the period? So when we gave a thought on this, that's where this opportunity propped up, the opportunity in organic food practice, and that's where it led to rise of Satvik the health restore. So this was somewhere back in 2016, and we started the first store to bridge the gap between the demand of organic produce plus the supply of organic produce. Both were there, but there was a lack in the value chain system, and that's where the company Satvik the health restore was started. And we started with hardly around 80 to 100 products, and we were just connected with 35 to 40 farmers then in 2016. And from there to a network of around 8,000 plus farmers today, and a range of more than 500 plus organic products crafted using ancient Indian wisdom. This has been a great journey and a long way to go still. So can we have the next slide, please? Yeah. So a brief about what we do at Satvik. So basically, we are just not selling you food, or we're not selling you just grocery. We are not a grocery seller. We are giving you a complete holistic approach to a lifestyle solution. So right from the time you wake up till the time you hit the bed, whatever needs a person requires. So basically, I'm focusing on the word need and not the word want, because wants are unsatisfiable. So whatever a person needs is covered, is tried to be covered under one single roof, under one single store of Satvik. So you right from, for example, you have toothbrushes to tooth powders, for the breakfast cereals, lunch items, dinner items, then a lot of sweets as well, a lot of snacks, munching snacks for evening breakfast and all. So there's this all this range comprises of the entire lifestyle solution which is required. So there are various categories which are a part of this, which includes your groceries, which includes cosmetics, personal care, home care. Fruits and vegetables are an important part of groceries. Plus, we have also started working, or we're starting a bit of trailer kind of an approach on organic clothing as well. So, right from food to kitchenware to personal care and home care and to clothing, this is something what we have at Satvik stores all across the country. So the what are the so basically what is the USP? Why should one come to us, or what makes us different from the other organic brands prevailing in the market? So basically, one of the most important things which we focus on at our organization is indigenous food processes, or basically indigenous or native seeds. So a lot of people today cultivate organic food, but at the end of the day, when you cultivate organic food using hybrid seeds or like GMO seeds, at the end of the day, the output is not that nutritious or what a body requires. So when the seed is all native seed, in Marathi we call it Gauti Biyane or Deshi Biyane. So when the seeds is all native, but there's a message. Am I audible to everyone properly?
Yes, sir, you are.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So when the seeds are native, when the processes again, so that's one thing. When our seeds are all indigenous seeds are used while farming. Secondly, when it comes to processing activities, so for example, a lot of people use heavy technology based this thing machineries for farming, for leaf farming, even for practices like processing activities and stuff like that. For example, when you extract oil using expeller presser or a high-speed oil mill machine, the entire nutrition in that oil is destroyed. For example, just take an example of refined oil processes. So there's this report by the AIMS Institute in India, wherein this report by there's a well-known doctor who has written this report on refined oils, which says that refined oils are the processes of refined oil, the process of extracting oil using a refined process refinery is something which is not good for human health. So then at Satvik or a lot of other organic brands today also are moving towards cold press organic oil extraction techniques. We basically focus on, for example, when you're talking about groundnut oil, the seed of groundnut is indigenous. We generally call it Gungru Shengdane, which is generally available in some parts of Maharashtra and a bit of Tamil Nadu as well. So that seeds are pressed the first time. Just single pressing of seed is done. We are not pressing seed more than one time, single time, like 2 times, 3 times. It's not done. So that retains the essential nutrient in the cattle feed as well, and also we are getting the first press produce, first press oil. So basically that requires 3 kgs of groundnuts for 1 liter of oil. And then this of course is supposed to increase the cost a bit at the end of the day. But then that is what is something which our ancestors used to consume and had fantastic lifestyles for decades together. And when the cattle feed is also given to the cattle, that also has a good nutrition. That becomes a good nutrition diet even for the cattle as well. So basically, right from the seed to the processes, all these things are done slow in an indigenous and a slow processing way, and everything is based out of ancient Indian wisdom. And also this extraction activity of oil, for example, making of splits from whole pulses, is also carried out by women self-help groups. So at the end of the day, that again helps us to get good quality produce, and women self-help groups or people associated with us from rural areas are getting a sustainable livelihood earning for themselves. So at the end of this is a win-win situation for every one of them. And as we are getting it directly from the farm, directly from 8,000 plus farmers associated with us, we can price that produce reasonably as compared to one who is procuring it from a agency who is procuring it from a farmer and then selling it to the third person or the end consumer. So that increases the price. So that is something which we don't do at Sattvic. So can we have the next slide, please?
Yeah, sure. Akshayji, one request has come in that
Yeah.
not everybody understands English, but I think
Okay.
that's going to be a challenge.
Okay.
But maybe little bit of Hindi English mix
That's
could,
fine, sir.
could be.
I'll try my best.
Yeah,
Surely.
sure. I know it's difficult, but please.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no problem. So, this is the team. We can have this a bit later. Though the team slides. So me and my co-founder Gajendra Chaudhary. So you can just skip this slide, please. Yeah. So next slide. Next slide. Yeah. So so basically one question one needs to ask when you are entering into a startup. Of course, you feel like startup field is glamorous. A lot of people who enter startup are of the thought process that yeah, we'll get a good funding, will raise a lot of money, and then at the end of the day sell it off to some multinational company and will become rich. So that thinking of that sort is not bad, of course, but there should be a proper aim, a proper purpose of why you are entering into a field or why you're entering into a particular startup. So when we entered into this field, this was the purpose. That's what I mentioned in the slide as well. The problem is we are not eating food anymore. We are eating food-like products. This is a wonderful documentary as well, Hungry for Change. If you are there, if you can just have and look at this as well. This is a great documentary. So a lot of these things are happening even today. There is a cancer train which is unfamously called as the cancer train, which runs from Punjab to Rajasthan, and majority of the people, like 90 to 95% of the people on that train, are cancer patients and their relatives. So, and this is not something which is because of heavy drinking or heavy smoking. This is because of heavy pesticide spraying in a particular area in Punjab. And then that's where you need to you need to get aware as to why today this kind of purpose or this kind of a thought process is very important. And along with earning money, of course, that is something which has to be there on the cards, of course, to make a sustainable business model. But at the end of the day, that should also have a sustainable thought process behind it. So at Sattvic, we aim and develop to nurture the sense of purpose, which is larger, greener, and more sustainable. So can we have the next slide, please? Yeah. So now, as I discussed about the Sattvic solution, so now I'll come to Nilesh sir also mentioned that there is something which is called as Adrish Zero Waste. So I'll come to that a bit later. So this Sattvic solution includes certain. This is the range of products which we have already discussed, like cereals, pulses, oils, ghee, beverages, health food, salt, sweetness, everything. So what you name it and it's there mostly. So this Sattvic solution comprises a range of around 200 to 250 plus products, and then an additional range of another exquisite or exclusive organic products from various regions of India is also included in our Adrish portfolio, making it a total of more than 500 plus products. So yeah, can we have the next slide, please? So this is what the Sattvic spread is, or I'll just give you a brief about the Sattvic model. So wherein we have a company-owned, company-operated stores at various locations. To be exact, we have 11 plus company-owned, company-operated stores today, and more than 35 plus franchised outlets all across the country. A few of them are mentioned over here in the slide. So this basically includes Maharashtra, Telangana, Chennai, Delhi, Visakhapatnam, and things and areas like that. And we are also, I think there's some missing at the bottom. We also are selling through Amazon, Flipkart, and we have our own website like sattvic.com and adrish.co.in. So the model is the franchisee model is very simple. You need a particular area of sale and the particular requisites which have to be prerequisites which needs to be fulfilled, and then Sattvic franchisee can be allotted considering the area and the location which you have prescribed. So this is what the Satvik is all about. And also online, we are selling through a lot of online platforms like Amazon. We also selling through Pantry, and we have our own account on Amazon. Our website, website is having a lot of hits per month. It's more than 2 lakh plus hits on the website. So a lot of consumers are aware of the concept and are appreciating that the entire range which is available under one roof. And that's the reason we have been able to catch up to more than like 45 plus stores in a matter of 5 years. Yeah. Next slide, please. So again, coming to the point of USP, so these are certain customer feedbacks or farmer feedbacks which we have been receiving which you have been receiving, and that's make us apart. So we have discussed about the indigenous factors or the ancient Indian procedures which we follow in procedural activities or processing activities, but at the end of the day, it has to come from the horse's mouth. So until and unless the consumer appreciates you or he gives you a written feedback, I think that is something which is incomplete. And similarly, the farmer should also appreciate as to how we are contributing to the farmer welfare, and that's where we can say that we are able to make the ends meet. So quality comes first, of course. So this is a feedback from one of our customers, and for the honey, a lot of celebrities have tried our products, and they just love them. I'll just talk about a few products as to how quality is important and what makes us apart. Taking the example of honey, this is raw and natural, and this is extracted around 5,000 feet above the sea level. वो समुद्र स्तर से, like it's a lot of people who are working for us are honey hunters from rural areas, वो आदिवासी लोग हैं, and they are risking their lives as well in some cases, especially when they are doing collection of honey, specific honey collection like hallucinogenic honey and all. We are not selling hallucinogenic. This is for certain purposes, for Ayurvedic purposes in the hospital. So so this is how this honey is collected like 3,000 to 5,000 feet above the sea level, and ये पूरा raw honey है. So ये this is not heated, ये गर्म नहीं किया जाता है, और ये honey जो है, there is a particular process as per our Vedas in which the honey extraction takes place. I'll also give you an example. मैं तूर दाल का example देना चाहता हूँ, wherein हमारी जो दालें हैं वो सब हाथ की चक्की पे पीसी जाती है लगभग. जो अगर हाथ की चक्की पे नहीं पीसी जा रही है फॉर सम रीजन, वो स्लो प्रोसेस से मशीन्स में पीसी जाती है, जो छोटी छोटी गाँव में मशीन इंस्टॉल्ड होती है. सो तूर दाल का मैं एक एग्जांपल आपको देना चाहूंगा. ये जो तूर है हमारा, दैट इज मोर देन 5 मंथ क्रॉप. 5 से 6 महीने लगते हैं वो क्रॉप को आने के लिए. जनरल जो बाहर जो मार्केट में जो वैरायटी तूर की मिलती है वो 3 महीने में आती है, और उस हमारे तूर जो 6 महीने लेता है, उसका आउटपुट बाहर की जो रेगुलर तूर दाल है, तूर निकलता है, उससे 25 से 40% तक कम निकलता है. सो बेसिकली हमें टाइम भी ज्यादा लग रहा है. वी आर टेकिंग मोर टाइम एंड वी आर टेकिंग लेस यील्ड. सो ऑल दिस थिंग्स पुट टुगेदर हम तो भी इसी को प्रेफर करते हैं, क्योंकि न्यूट्रिशन वैल्यू वाइज अगर देखा जाए तो हाइब्रिड तूर दाल जो मार्केट में आज मिल रही है, वो तूर दाल से ये कितनी बहुत ही ज्यादा न्यूट्रिशन इसमें मिलता है जो देसी तूर दाल होती है. सो द दाल विच इज स्टोन ग्राउंडेड ऑन अ मशीन or stone grounded by our women self-help groups will have a small layer of red color on the dal. एक लाल कलर का एक उस पे रहेगा, which is a very rich source of folic acid. So basically the consumers who are consuming the stone ground dal will never have deficiency of folic acid, जो कि आज लगभग बहुत से लोगों में फॉलिक एसिड डेफिशिएंसी पाई जाती है, और डॉक्टर्स फॉलिक एसिड के टैबलेट्स रिकमेंड करते हैं. So this is basically something like हमारे खाने में हेलो
सर यू कैन कंटिन्यू.
या सो हमारे खाने में सब कुछ है, पर आज हम हमारे प्रोसेसेस को लेके या पॉलिशिंग करते हैं या बहुत से ऐसे टेक्नोलॉजिकल प्रोसेसेस जो फूड पे करते हैं, उससे वी आर लूजिंग द न्यूट्रिशन इन दैट पर्टिकुलर फूड, एंड देन वी आर रिलाइंग ऑन मेडिसिन्स. So basically make food our medicine, and not medicines our food. So this is what our people used to talk earlier, and this is what we are focusing on as a Satvik brand. So the tur dal, the folic acid deficiency is taken care of by this particular method. A lot of people today are talking about protein based isolated protein tablets, isolated protein drinks. So this protein drinks are something, a lot of these drinks have isolated protein in them. So you can Google about the effects of isolated protein consumption on your body and kidneys especially. बट व्हेन यू हम अगर सत्तू खाते हैं जो कि बिहार का एक बहुत ही लोकल डेलिकेसी है,
धुराड़ा जा रहा है
when when you are consuming sattu, which is something, चने को भून के उसका आटा किया जाता है भट्टी में, so भट्टी में भून के उसको आटा किया जाता है हाथ की चक्की पे, so that sattu is a very rich source of protein and that's natural protein in our food. So if you have those things regularly, especially if you're not able to eat sattu like is, or a lot of people are not aware of that there's this delicacy called there's this delicacy from Bihar which is made I forgot the name, sorry, it is just on my mind. Oh, dal bati jaisa litti chokha. So if you're not able to eat it, you can add it to a glass of buttermilk and consume, so that will give you the right amount of protein. So all these things हमारे खाने में सब कुछ है, we need to just find them and introduce it to the consumers, and that's what we are doing here at Satvik. Coming to the next thing, we love our farmers and producers. So the thing is, अगर आप आपके किसानों को खुश नहीं रखोगे तो किसान आपको खुश नहीं रखेगा. So basically this is something which is a give and take. The farmer should get a good source of money from you. They should feel that APMC market में देने से बढ़िया आपसे deal करने से they should be happier. They should feel like they are financially improving by every passing year when they are associated with you. So we make sure that the farmers at least get 25 to 30% of premium on what they are getting from other people, especially the local market, and we try to make sure that covers the yield loss when you're converting yourself to organic farming in the initial years as much as possible. And that's the reason a farmer loves to be associated with us. So can we have the next slide, please? So again, so this is point which we already discussed, affordable organic produce, because we are getting it directly sourced from the farmer, and there are hardly any middlemen. The reason is there might be certain cases, like 1 or 2% of the times, wherein the farmers is not having that particular produce available, or for some reason there's a problem in the crop harvest. So then we have to rely on some good people who are in the field of organic farming, and wherein we can procure from them. So that authenticity is something which we make sure that is maintained at the farm level, at the farmer level, or even the supplier level. And that's the reason we are able to give organic produce at affordable price to the end consumers. So this is why a lot of people choose Satvik. Next, please. So old good slow food. Now, so as we mentioned, we are also a member of Slow Food International Italy, so which is also focusing on slow food processes to retain the essential nutrients in food. So we these are certain of the examples which we are working with. Vedic Desi cow ghee, indigenous A2 cow ghee. A2 cow ghee is something which is called as Amrita in Ayurveda. So this is done as per the procedures set out by our ancient Indian, sacred ancient Indian text, Charak Samhita. So similarly, stone ground floors are done by women self-help groups. So a lot of increase in demand has led us to development of certain small machineries, wherein the RPM of that machine is less and help us get the flows grounded at a very slow speed. Similarly, wood pressing of oils. So oils are extracted using wood pressing mechanism, and non-hybrid seeds, which we have already discussed. So all these things put together, like when you're talking of the right seed, the right procedures, and the right way in which you're communicating it to the consumers, that makes a successful business model. So this is how we are doing it at Satvik. And most importantly, the fifth thing, huge network of organic farmers across the nation. So where does this or organic or the authentic organic network in the Satvik portfolio, the Satvik this thing vendor thing comes from? So we are associated with an organization in Kolhapur, so which is also called as Siddhagiri Gurukul Foundation. so which we discussed initially today. So wherein with the help of our Guruji at the ashram, we were able to connect with the right organic farmers all across the country. And this organic farmers are someone who are into organic farming field for at least a period of 3 to 4 years, and only then they are taken aboard. So a lot of people today whom we are working with are small marginal scale farmers who were not able to afford organic food certifications. So wherein we to the possible extent have got grower group certifications from the organic certification bodies prescribed by Government of India, and we are also certified for US. There's a program for National Organic Program, US FDA. We are also a member. We are also certified under that label. So this is which talks about the authenticity of organic produce. So can we have the next slide, please? These are a few awards which we have received, like True Startup of the Year. Fortunately, this was also given by Nilesh Lele sir 2 years back. We have received quite a few awards from Amazon. Next slide. A lot of media coverages as well, Times, Better India. This is something which is required, and this is majority of this, like 95% of these coverages are without any cost associated with them, and they are just word by mouth or because of the good work we are doing. So we really thank the media agencies for this. Next one, please. There are a few photographs now in the slide. We are coming to the end of the presentation for Satvik. So these are certain ad campaigns which we have run in Times of India, Front Page, Economic Times, and things like that, which will definitely help you take your brand to the next level. And this is certain ghee and honey ads which we have run. Next slide, please. These are some certain celebrity feedbacks from we are also associated with Mr. Luke Coutinho for certain of our products, especially khichdi mix and cranberry, wherein Luke is an amazing nutritionist, and he is one of the top nutritionists in the country, and we really appreciate his support to us. Also, we are overwhelmed, like Yukta Mukhi has also been appreciating our products, a lot of other celebrities as well. Next thing, please. So this is a certain photographs. You can just keep rolling. So this is Mr. Suresh Prabhuji at certain function. Vandana Shiva at our Adri store. So she's a well-known author and an environmental activist. This is, I'll just discuss about Adri store a bit after the presentation is done. So since these are Guruji, Mr. Modi ji had a discussion with Sri Adrishakar Siddheshwar Swamiji from Kaneri Matha, and he helps mentor our project Satvik, the Health Restore. So we are working at the ground level as well with him, and that is so basically there are a lot of other activities are happening at our place, and every one of you is free to visit our place in Kolhapur in Kaneri Matha and see the organic farming practices which are done over there. Yeah. Next slide, please. These are basic structures for retail, which we can discuss later on once somebody approaches us. Next slide, please. Yeah. So this is our registered office address. This is our first store in Kolhapur, which we started in February 16. And you can reach out to me personally on my number, so mentioned on the screen, and you can also reach out to me on my social media handles. Yeah. So this was about the Satvik thing. I'll just take 5 minutes more, Nilesh sir, so to discuss about the initiative Adri Zero Waste. So if possible, I'll just check. There's a video, a lot of videos on the concept Adrish Zero Waste, what exactly it is about. So do you mind if I share you the link and you can play it at your end, or should I just explain it to the viewers over here?
You can share it. Share me the link.
I'll just share you 1 second.
Yeah, WhatsApp or email is okay.
I'll just WhatsApp it to you, sir. Send you the link on WhatsApp. So
Yeah, sure. Maybe in the meantime, there is a couple of questions. So,
Surely.
one is asking how you make sure that pesticides are not used by the farmer, and other is there enough demand for fresh organic produce to sustain in the market?
Yeah. So as we discussed about the certifications which we have under the brand, which is India as well as US certifications for organic. So a lot of these organic farming agencies visit on farm at regular intervals to check and get the soil testing reports done. A lot of produce are sample tested on frequent basis. So that ensures that the organic farming practices are followed on ground at actual level. Plus, when as I mentioned, like we are mentored by the organization in Kolhapur to get in touch with the farmers who are doing organic farming for last couple of years. We definitely make sure that we visit them in person. Of course, it's not possible to visit all of them, but majority of them, at least we have a ratio of 65 to 70% visits of the total vendor portfolio we have with us. And we make sure that sample testing of their produce, especially pesticide residue testing and heavy metal testing is conducted. So that ensures that. And of course, organic food, fresh food has a lot of demand in the market. A lot of people are doing great work in this field. And when you are planning to open an organic food store, organic food, fresh organic food, especially fruits, veggies, and A2 milk, will comprise of 30 to 35% of your total sales. So we definitely have a lot of such people doing good things, and we connect the right farmers based on your location to the franchisee owners to keep these products at the store.
Okay, so the next.
So maybe I'll play the video
Please,
first.
Yeah.
Okay, once. And you want the sound as well, right?
Yeah. So this is an initiative by Satvik.
Is the sound?
No, there's no sound, I think.
Okay, let me try again.
Organic items. So let's go through the journey. हाय, आज मैं एक ऐसे स्टोर पे आया हूं जो ऑर्गेनिक तो है ही, बट ये जीरो वेस्ट स्टोर भी है, विच मींस ये कोई वेस्ट जनरेट नहीं करता. लेट्स सी हाउ. अदृश्य एक ऐसा स्टोर है जहां पे पैकेजिंग से लेकर इंटीरियर्स तक कहीं पे भी प्लास्टिक यूज नहीं हुआ है. और इसके फाउंडर्स हैं गजेंद्र और आकाश, जो एक ऐसा स्टोर बनाना चाहते थे जिसमें 100% ऑर्गेनिक आइटम्स मिले. सो लेट्स गो थ्रू देयर जर्नी. मैं बॉम्बे में एक इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक में बतौर चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट की वेल सेटल जॉब कर रहा था, और उसी टाइम पे हमें एक ऑर्गेनिक फूड के बारे में एक बहुत बड़ा इवेंट कोल्हापुर में हो रहा था जहाँ पे 25 लाख लोग विजिट कर रहे थे. तो इवेंट में मैंने जो भी जानकारी ली वो पूरी जानकारी मैं मेरे स्कूल फ्रेंड गजेंद्र चौधरी हैं उनसे मैंने डिस्कशन किया.
मैं खुद एक किसान फैमिली के साथ जुड़ा हूँ और साथ ही साथ मेरा टेक्सटाइल बिजनेस भी था. मैंने सोचा कि भाई क्यों ना हम ऑर्गेनिक फूड के बारे में कुछ करें, एंड इस काम के लिए हम साथ में बढ़े थे.
उस टाइम गजेंद्र और आकाश ने जीरो वेस्ट के बारे में नहीं सोचा था. उनका मकसद था कि फूड आइटम्स को फार्मर्स से डायरेक्ट सोर्स करेंगे और उनको ऑर्गेनिकली फूड ग्रो करने के लिए मोटिवेट करेंगे. तो इसके लिए वो डेली फार्मर्स के साथ उठने बैठने लगे. एक हमारे सांगली इलाके में एक किसान है जहाँ पे वो ब्रिंजल की खेती करता था. मैंने उसे पूछा कि भैया ये जो दो लाइन्स आपने कल्टीवेट की ये तो पूरी खराब दिख रही है, या इसको आप फेंकोगे? उसने बोला ये 2 ही लाइन इस खेत में अच्छी हैं और बाकी सब जो है पूरा पेस्टिसाइड या हार्मफुल केमिकल स्प्रेड है. तो यहाँ से आइडिया आता है कि द फूड विच वी आर ईटिंग टुडे इज नॉट फूड, इट्स समथिंग लाइक फूड. एक्चुअली हम सबको सुंदर दिखने वाला फल और सब्जी खरीदने की आदत है. इसी वजह से कलर्स, पेस्टिसाइड्स, केमिकल्स और पता नहीं क्या क्या मिला के फल और सब्जी सुंदर तो हो जाते हैं, लेकिन उसके न्यूट्रिशन वैल्यू बहुत ही कम हो जाते हैं. इसी प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व किया है गजेंद्र और आकाश ने. और सात्विक द हेल्थ रिस्टोर ये ब्रांड से हमने स्टार्ट करना था, और ये फरवरी 16 में पहला स्टोर हमारे कोल्हापुर सिटी में हमने ओपन किया.
तो शुरुआत में हमें दिक्कत काफ़ी है इस चीज़ पे। हमें लोगों को बताना पड़ता था कि भाई आप मार्केट में जो चीज़ खा रहे हैं वो चीज़ ये है। हमने लोगों को एजुकेट किया ऑर्गेनिक के बारे में कि भाई ये ऑर्गेनिक चीज़ होती क्या है, ये क्यों खानी चाहिए और ये किस तरह से उगाई जाती है एंड इसके पीछे मेहनत कितनी लगती है। तो कस्टमर्स खुद हमारे साथ जुड़े, काफ़ी अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स था, लोगों को भी काफ़ी हमारा ऑर्गेनिक फूड जो हम दे रहे थे किसानों से जुड़े हुए थे, तो सारी चीज़ें अच्छी जा रही थी।
और धीरे धीरे करके गजेंद्र और आकाश ने सात्विक के इंडिया में 30+ स्टोर्स ओपन कर दिए।
पर मन में एक बात हमेशा खटकती रहती थी कि ये जो पैकेजिंग है इसको क्या हम रिड्यूस कर सकते हैं।
यूजुअली हम जो मार्केट से खरीदते हैं उसमें एक मिनिमम पैकेजिंग आ जाती है, तो हम ये चाहते थे कि कहीं किसी भी तरह से खाना वेस्ट ना हो।
तब जाके दोनों ने डिसाइड किया कि वो एक ऐसा स्टोर ओपन करेंगे जो ना ही सिर्फ ऑर्गेनिक होगा बल्कि जीरो वेस्ट भी होगा। और तब अदृश्य जीरो वेस्ट ऑर्गेनिक स्टोर का पहला आउटलेट पुणे में स्टार्ट किया गया।
तो यहाँ पे पूरे जो भी प्रोडक्ट रेंज हमने रखी है दैट इज एन एंटायर ऑर्गेनिक प्रोडक्ट रेंज ऑफ मोर देन 350+ ऑर्गेनिक प्रोडक्ट्स।
अदृश्य में दाल, चावल, स्पाइसेस, ग्रेन्स, ऑयल, सब्जियां और फल के साथ साथ अर्दनवेयर एंड ब्रॉन्ज के यूटेंसिल्स और किचन में यूज होने वाली ऑलमोस्ट हर चीज मिल रही है। इतना ही नहीं, अदृश्य में शैम्पू बार्स, सोप्स, क्लीनिंग सॉल्यूशन के साथ साथ और भी बहुत कुछ मिल रहा है, और वो भी प्लास्टिक फ्री। पैकेजिंग के लिए या तो रिसाइकिल पेपर का यूज किया जाता है या फिर ग्लास कंटेनर का। और एक बार सामान खत्म होने के बाद अगर आप इन ग्लास कंटेनर्स को वापस करते हैं तो आपको कैशबैक भी मिलता है। Isn't that amazing?
ऑर्गेनिक फूड के साथ साथ एक पूरा कंप्लीट ऑर्गेनिक एक्सपीरियंस आपको अदृश्य स्टोर में मिले अंडर वन रूफ, इसी तरीके से अदृश्य को डिजाइन किया गया।
I've been coming to Adrish, I think since it opened. It has been a dream come true for me because actually I was thinking how to find a store where I don't have to worry about wasting plastic and all that.
जब मुझे अदृश्य के बारे में पता चला, ना सिर्फ इनके प्रोडक्ट्स ने मुझे अपील किया बल्कि मुझे जो ज़ीरो वेस्ट कॉन्सेप्ट था, ये एक चीज़ थी जिससे मुझे सबसे ज़्यादा ये प्रोडक्ट अच्छा लगने लगा।
अब हम चाहते हैं कि हम बच्चों को भी हम ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा इस चीज़ पे एजुकेट करें। अगर बच्चे ये चीज़ आज के टाइम ही अपनी अर्ली एज में ही अगर सीख जाते हैं तो उनका फ्यूचर जो है वो कम्प्लीटली केमिकल फ्री रहेगा और वो अपनी अच्छी लाइफ जी पाएंगे।
तो आज से ही बच्चों को केमिकल फ्री लाइफस्टाइल जीना सिखाएं, उन्हें ऑर्गेनिक प्रोडक्ट्स के बारे में बताएं और प्लास्टिक फ्री लाइफस्टाइल अडेप्ट करने के लिए मोटिवेट करें। और ये वीडियो उनको जरूर दिखाएं सो दैट वो इसका इंपॉर्टेंस समझें। आज इंडिया में अदृश्य के 8 स्टोर्स हैं, 4 पुणे में, 2 दिल्ली में, 1 गुड़गांव में और 1 मुंबई में। और ये पूरे इंडिया में अपने स्टोर्स ओपन करना चाहते हैं सो दैट और भी ज्यादा लोग इस लाइफस्टाइल को अडेप्ट करें।
एंड अभी रिसेंटली हमने एक जीरो वेस्ट वेबसाइट भी लॉन्च की है adrish.co.in के नाम से। सो आप पूरी आपकी ऑर्गेनिक ग्रोसरी रेंज या बाकी जो अदृश्य के प्रोडक्ट्स है आप ऑनलाइन मंगा सकते हो। पूरा पैकेजिंग इको फ्रेंडली वे से आपको आएगा, सो यू विल नॉट फील दैट गिल्ट ऑफ प्लास्टिक पैकेजिंग व्हेन यू ऑर्डर फ्रॉम ऑनलाइन पोर्टल्स।
तो अगर आपको ये स्टार्टअप अच्छा लगा तो इस वीडियो को शेयर करिएगा सो दैट ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोग जीरो वेस्ट स्टोर के बारे में जान सकें और ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोग प्लास्टिक फ्री प्रोडक्ट्स खरीद सकें। दैट्स इट फॉर दिस वीडियो, सी यू नेक्स्ट वेडनेसडे।
Yes. So this was about Adrish Zero Waste. So we recently opened 2 more outlets, one in Hyderabad and one in Bombay, Bandra. So a lot of consumers are getting their own containers to our stores and enjoying zero waste shopping. So this is a completely different lifestyle buying experience which we have introduced under the brand Adrish. So we are also planning to open a few more of these outlets in the days to come. And the reason why this initiative was introduced because a lot of plastic waste which India generates is not recycled today. And at the end of the day, if we do not create waste in the first instance, we need not recycle it as well. So that was the thought process, and more such stores can help us reduce the amount of plastic to an unimaginable extent, because grocery shopping or grocery packaging is the largest source of plastic pollution today. It contributes to more than 32% of the entire plastic pollution. And in India, 40% of this, 40 to 45% of the plastic which is dumped into the landfill stays into the landfill. So that problem is very severe, and hence a lot of people are appreciating the concept and coming forward with a lot of business inquiries as well. So that's it for Adrish as well. Over to you, Nilesh sir, so we can have the question answers if any.
So let us take some questions that are already in the chat box.
Right.
Someone is asking how you got your initial funding to start your startup.
So as far as funding is concerned, this is all bootstrapped. So we started with a very small amount initially, and then that's where we started with a single store in Kolhapur and made it run profitably for 6 to 8 months, and then we went ahead for approaching a lot of other franchises and new stores. So the company is all bootstrapped, and we started with a funding of 5 lakh rupees initially, and that's where it all started from. So we till the time we are confident that we can run it on a bootstrap basis, we definitely would like to do so, and later on we'll definitely approach some private equity investors.
Another question is how your farmers are controlling pests and diseases effectively.
So when it comes to the farming level techniques, we have certain organic farming training programs at the ashram every 2 months or every 45 days, where a lot of experts are coming to explain them the techniques, and a lot of people, farmers, visit there for understanding all these things.
Do you have your own manufacturing infrastructure or outsource for your products?
We have our own facility for extraction of or a bit of. So we have decentralized infrastructure. So we have our own farm of around 150 plus acres in North India, wherein we have oil extraction and flour making unit. Plus we have a facility in Maharashtra in Kolhapur, where we have our own flour mill as well, a small flour mill, which is, as I mentioned, running on a slow process or slow RPM speed. And then a lot of people have approached us for job work. So that has helped us to set up small units or small plants with the help of government schemes at their villages for helping them run the show. So this is a decentralized plus a bit of centralization model which we are working on.
Okay. How can a new startup in fresh organic produce reach out to the customer?
A lot of so when it comes to organic produce marketing, the best marketing is word by mouth. So your product should speak for itself. Organic market is a very niche market as on date. It's hardly 3 to 4% of the total food population, and more and more of these consumers are getting added every day. So the best quality you'll provide, the faster you'll be able to reach out to people. So you can also plan some below the line marketing activities like society activations, small activations, or leaflet insertions, and so on and so forth.
Okay. Someone has asked what are export challenges for organic products to the US or the EU market?
When it comes to export in the EU market, first thing is you need to have EU certifications in place. Then even USDA certifications are allowed for certain of these products. So your farm and your processing activity should be EU certified, and then you need to find the right set of buyers in the European market to get it through. So the quality of the product should be excellent for you to export this organic product to the Western market. So you need to vet on your quality. You need to have complete confidence, and only then you'll be able to take it to these countries, especially Western countries and Japan.
Okay. Is there any difference in the sale price from retail store versus Amazon for your products?
Mainly we have majority of the products, of course, are on similar pricing. There are certain packaging differences. One pack may be of 1 kilo on online website, and there will be a 750 gram on the Amazon website. So there may be some price differences for that. Otherwise, it's more or less the same.
Okay. There's an interesting question where he's asking that you spoke about your journey of scaling up, but can you tell more about like how you went from one store or from the concept till the execution and the challenges you faced? Also, what is your current level of scale up? I think you said 30 stores. So in terms of turnover and profitability.
Yeah. So when it comes to the first store to the number of stores, first of all, we initially set up a model store in Kolhapur, and then made a lot of such prospective inquiries to visit the store and understand the concept in detail. And once the concept in detail was understood, that helped us to increase more stores. We started a few stores in Karnataka in the next year, a few stores in nearby area like we have a store in Sangli, we have a store in Islam. So we wanted to understand the market before entering into the metros, and slowly once the stores in the nearby vicinities were set up, we understood the pros and cons. We improved our business model, and then we hit the cities like Mumbai, Chennai, Delhi, and Pune. So that's where it started from. And today, as Satvik has more than 30 plus outlets, Adrish has more than 10 outlets today. So basically you need to keep doing the good work. A lot of people will approach you, and then you can take it forward from there.
Okay, very good. There are maybe one or two people who are asking about franchisee model, but that they can contact you or us offline, and we can take that. I see a couple of them have raised their hands. I don't know if it is intentional or by mistake. Mr. Pradeep has raised his hand, and Mr. Ravindra. So,
हेलो
yeah.
सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच सर. आपका लेक्चर बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग था और काफी मतलब आपका जो इन्फॉर्मेटिव था. हम लोग मशरूम के फील्ड में काम करते हैं, तो मुझे मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था कि मशरूम को आप लोग सात्विक में लेते हैं कि तांत्रिक में?
Mushroom is something which we are experimenting presently because of the short life of fresh mushrooms, and dried mushrooms are also, we are keeping it in small quantities to understand the market, and then we can take a call as to how we can introduce this product in the other stores.
मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था सर कि आप उसको सात्विक में लेते हैं या तामसिक में?
सर, मशरूम का एक ये ग्रे एरिया है. बहुत से लोग इसको प्रेफर करते हैं, सात्विक में ही प्रेफर करते हैं, ये है. But you need to understand the intricacies. I'm sorry, I've not read about the mushroom cultivation a lot. So whatever knowledge I have, we are actually planning to introduce it in our Satvik stores. So as and when I learn about it, I'll be a better person to answer it.
Okay, thank you sir. Great sir. हम लोग इसी फील्ड में काम करते हैं, तो फ्यूचर में आपके साथ में कुछ कोलैबोरेशन हो सकता है, तो प्लान करें.
Thank you.
Okay sir. Thank you.
Yeah, this is Ravindra. Can I speak?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yeah. So I had just two questions. One is, do you deal with also supply of bulk quantity of organic produce from your farmers, and are you in a position to issue the transaction certificate?
Yeah, so we are working with a lot of companies who are buying in bulk from us, and we are definitely issuing TCs to them. So there are certain prerequisites for bulk purchases, so that you can get in touch with us after the call or after the video, and then we will be able to help you in a better way. So I'll connect with the concerned person in our team who takes care of B2B transactions.
Okay, right. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello. Any other questions? किसी और को कोई questions है? Otherwise, we are at 7:08, so we'll try to wrap up by 7:10. Yeah, there are a couple of questions in chat box. एक ये है कि I am a beekeeper and organic farmer from Vidarbha. We have honey.
Okay.
So do you do honey in your stores, or do you purchase? Can they reach out to you? I'm assuming that's what his question is.
Yes. So of course we do a lot of honey cultivation, like raw honey cultivation, basically. So you can get in touch with us through our website. There's a contact us form. So you can just drop down your requirements over there, and our concerned person will get in touch with you.
Okay. Another question is how you deal if there are grain or seed being rotten in stores.
Of course, this is one of the major issues when it comes to organic food practices. So organic produce is something which also has to be stored in an organic way. You cannot use heavy chemicals or pesticides even for storage practices. So we make sure that our grain is cleaned properly and packed in a proper way. Of course, there will be certain pests which will be coming in over a period if it is not sold or it's not off the shelf. So that particular grain is returned to us, and we understand whether that grain can be cleaned and then reused. If not, then we have to use it for certain cattle feed preparations and so on and so forth. So that cost is something which we have to consider while taking business decisions at the back.
Okay. Someone has asked, what is a better business model, online commerce or brick and mortar stores?
Considering the present situation, brick and mortar, so there is ifs and buts, pros and cons for everything. The offline or the brick and mortar are the rents have gone down, but at the same time the footfalls will be low considering the COVID situation. The online model, there are a lot of competition, including the likes of Amazon, Big Basket, and so on and so forth. So you need to have deep pockets for you to cash burn and in order for people to notice your brand. So there will be investments in both the fields. Of course, the online will take a bit more of these investments. Accordingly, you need to plan as to what. Basically, a lot of people consider both as an option. Like you have your own store plus a small website to begin with for your customers to order, and later you scale up the website. So that can be an ideal model as well, according to my views. A lot of people are entering into this online, just online, but then they have to have a own warehouse and proper delivery channels in place for them to give a good consumer experience. So,
okay. And did you face any downfall or a downturn in your business? I would add to that, especially during COVID.
During COVID, as the online portal was well in place, like it's online for the last 4 years, 4.5 years now. So we have seen a spike in online orders all across the country. Especially, we have also received a lot of orders across the globe during the COVID times. And the stores which are old, which are into the market for the last 1.5 years, 6 months or 1.5 years, had no issues because the consumers were placing orders on the call or on the WhatsApp groups which we have created. But of course, the new stores had received a bit of it because a store to be known in the vicinity will take some time, like 3 to 4 months for the people in and around to understand that a store has opened up and to be a regular customer to understand the products and so on and so forth. So those stores, of course, had seen a bit of slowdown, especially in the months of April and May last year. But later on, of course, we did certain marketing techniques were followed and helped them to break even and improve the sales going ahead. And once the lockdown opened, we have seen a lot of good customer acquisition at all our stores because people are shifting from junk food to good food or organic food, and that's where the first change which a consumer makes in his lifestyle is to switch to good food, organic food, to improve immunity, and that helps us acquire more customers at a fast, good rate.
Okay, thank you very much, Akshayji. I think the question and answers will keep going on, so we will try to end it here. And anybody has any questions, they can reach out to me. I'll put my number, or to Akshayji also, Akshay Agarwal, and we are always here to help you. So as we have already run over our time, thank you, Akshayji. I would like to invite Diksha to raise a vote of thanks.
Thank you, sir. I would like to propose a vote of thanks. Sincerely thanks, Mr. Akshay Agarwal, for your valuable time and very refreshing session. I would like to thank our support partners, AFST Mumbai chapter, Entro2 and NetProFram, and thank you all the participants for attending today's webinar. I declare this session has ended. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.